Hey gang, Jeff from Muscle Cars and Hot Rods. Thanks for tuning in and checking out a little bit of work we're gonna get going on our right quarter panel. See if we can't knock this one home. So we changed the oil in the compressor today, and it's something that I'd been wanting to do since I broke the pump in and just hadn't gotten around to it because I was trying to figure out what the hell they wanted synthetic non-detergent oil for. And I would have thought you would have wanted detergent because it would have cleaned the pump and kept it clean while you were going. But it turns out I did a little bit of research, and of course we want synthetic because of its superior lubrication abilities, but we also want non-detergent because there's such a small oil capacity in this pump. It probably only fills up to about the top of my index finger there. So there's such a small oil capacity or reservoir in there that with detergent oil it would have frothed up and gotten all foamy, and therefore it wouldn't have had the cooling capability of a non-detergent. So whenever you drain the oil on this to change it, it's going to look like it's relatively clean. That's because most of the sludge is going to stay in the pump. And I think Tommy Shoe just did a video on this, and so yeah, the research I'm showing says yeah, you do want a synthetic and you do want a non-detergent for these in order to make them last longer, because heat is what kills them. And he had mentioned that he if you didn't have fins on this here line that fills from the valve down to the tank, that you might want to get some longer hose and kind of wrap it up and let it cool, which is something that I'm definitely considering doing. When I first started this Nova project, I was going to try and show you how you could do it with something like this guy right here. Well, let me tell you, that lasted for a couple of panels and I hated every minute of it. So while this isn't necessarily the compressor I would want, this is one that I could afford, and it seems to be holding up well with keeping up with the DA and all that. So there's a little bit of info I learned and thought I'd pass that along. A little bit of artwork for you. That was very expensive to create that. You can count the number of rounds it took. So in the corner here on our sail panel, we are beginning to prep for our lead joint between our roof and our quarter panel. And from the factory right here generally sits a brass tack between the roof and the quarter to kind of get it squared away and ready for the window trim and everything before they go ahead and weld this whole seam. And on the corner of this there was a slight S-line hair crack that kind of followed that brass weld, and it's like I would have had to weld it up. And if any of you ever welded on a brass or bronze before, it really kind of sucks. So I just took my cut-off wheel, wherever it is, and just cut that whole damn weld out of there. But we also had these two burn throughs from the factory weld that we were going to go ahead and get rid of too. Let's see. So yeah, there's the two burn throughs, and then right through here was the brass weld that's all out of there now. So we're going to fire up the welder. Kind of a big one. Weld up here. Okay, we're all welded up. I went through with 80 grit on my DA, cleaned the hell out of it. Wire wheel, a little grinder on the roll lock, all that good stuff. We're gonna tin the metal. So it's pretty cool to be able to go to Good Guys this year with Matt Angel, Delinda, and Turbo Cobra. That was lots of fun for Anna and I. Lots of cool cars there, although I think it's funny that Matt's trying to take credit for the fact that I like some gassers. I mean, what the hell's that all about? Who took the videos of them last year? Oh, buddy? Jeez. Anyway, we're out in the garage now. Earlier today, I got to go over to my friend Jerry's hot rod shop and check in on him since I haven't seen him in a while. He's building a Ford A. It's got an all aluminum small block in it. And an interesting story about him was he was on Monster Garage during the balloon episode. I think it was like a geo-track. I never actually saw the episode, but I think I was told it was like a geo-tracker that they turned into like a car that you would drive and then it would detach and become a balloon, hot air balloon or whatever. So Jerry's a bit of a local hot rodding legend, and about 7 or 8 years ago he started the Builders Car Club, meaning you got to build them in order to join. And out of his shop with Bill and the gang, they produced a lot of cars. I painted and did the body work on a red 32 reproduction for him that he went ahead and put a 502 big block in, and he just races the hell out of that car, which is crazy because it's an open roadster. It reminds me of an old Robert Williams painting or something. But I got to check in on him and the A that he's building. My old co-worker Travis is over there helping him do the body work, and I plan on stopping in throughout the weekends and giving him a hand too. And it's one of those things that I'll probably just do it as volunteer work, because I guarantee I'll pick up more knowledge than I'll set down over at a shop like that. So it's nice to have guys like that in your corner, and I was happy to go over there and work today. Alright, we got the tinning butter on. Time for me to shut my mouth. Break out with the little Burns-O-Matic. just wanted to share something with you guys. We went ahead and got the lead finished out over there. And I didn't know this from experience, but I was taught this, and so I followed the rules. I was told to never put body filler on a lead seam, so I always put a little bit of epoxy down as a barrier in between my lead and body filler. So while this lead seam is undercut, which is the way I like it to be, I'm not going to go ahead and glaze it right now and make it just perfectly, well, I don't know about perfectly, but I'm not going to make it flush. So I'll get some epoxy on that, and then I'll go back and I'll put my glaze down on it. But we went ahead and glazed the rest of the panel down under our lead joint. And this damn quarter's pretty close, but I'm out of materials. So as soon as I sand this, I've got like just a little bit of Bondo left, just a little bit of epoxy left, no slick sand left. I'm gonna have to get a hold of someone and see if we can't make some things happen. I tried to call Darren's phone number because today's his birthday. Happy birthday, Darren. I don't know what I did to you, why you don't answer your phone when I call. I can only assume that you're streaming. I was gonna sing you a happy birthday melody and talk about how young you must feel and all that good stuff, but that's okay. I'm sure you're talking to some other YouTuber or something like that. I'm sure you're a little busy. Anyway, we get to do a power hour tonight on sanding down all this glaze. My quarter panel, while not perfect, is pretty damn ready. We tried this out. You remember the low spot that we had when we glazed the whole top of the quarter panel? We ended up with a low spot. I filled it in. It's pretty decent, except I created a little bit of a flat spot. Whoops. I created a little bit of flat spot here, which when I was trying to blend it back in, I started getting into a high spot there. So it's minimal. We'll go ahead and throw a few coats of slick sand down on it, and if it becomes an issue, I guess I'll be digging it back out. And yeah, anyway, we love these projects, don't we? It's just awesome how they never seem to end, how they're never finished, how you just continue to put hours upon hours into them. Anyway, who says it all the time? If it was easy, everybody'd have one. I know when I look down my street, there's not a lot of hot rods cruising around, and the ones that are there, it's like I pick them apart. Part of the trade, I guess. Anyway, I'm sure that's a video. There's so much friggin' footage on this thing. I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. Thanks for checking us out and keeping us honest on this 66 Chevy Nova project.